Hello and welcome back to Factorio C Block. In our last episode, we set up this build, this test build really, making fish, raising our own fish for the purposes of, making more fish. Purposes of, we'll see later. In the meantime, we have more stuff to do to get to the point where we can use these fish for something. So the first thing that we need to, or the next thing we need to do in that vein is to figure out how to make stuff with nitrogen. I have unlocked two technologies. One of those is water treatment. This one we've been kind of circling around. Could have unlocked it back at the same time that we looked at the what was it called? Hydro refining of the ores. The next step of refinement of ores, so we can get the additional metals. But we hadn't done that yet, so we hadn't done this yet. What this allows us to do is recycle fluorite. Fluoric wastewater back into what we can make into hydrofluoric acid, chloric wastewater into what we can make as hydrochloric acid, and nitric wastewater back into what we can make into nitric acid, or these intermediary ingredients you can see here. It also gives us the second tier of hydro plant. Now, I don't know really why that's required here because, well, you don't really need it, but you do need it if you want to unlock nitrogen processing too. And this unlocks a few things, all of which we need, or many of which we need. One of those is, actually there's one more I need to unlock. One more technology I think that I wanted to do today, but I have forgotten to do it. I think so. Let's take a look at these though first. This gives us the second tier air filter, which is kind of the same upgrade to the air filter first tier as the other second tier buildings. Many of the other second tier buildings are. They add the the bronze and the clay, just like with the other one. I think this adds bronze and clay to the recipe too. Oh, steel and clay. Okay, some are bronze, some are steel. It also gives us recipe for ammonia. We can synthesize it using red metal catalysts. If you recall, we looked at red metal catalysts when we were looking at the plastic build and decided against them at the time, but we're going to have to do them now. We can make nitrogen monoxide and nitrogen dioxide from sodium nitrate, and compressed air. That might be why this was required, because there was sodium nitrate here as a byproduct of nitric wastewater. So that might be why that was a prereq, but either way. And then we have nitrogen monoxide synthesis, which uses green metal catalyst. And if you remember, when we unlocked the catalysts, which was here, yeah, we said that, we can't do green metal ones yet, but we needed this for one of these other things, so we took it. And then, let's see, oxygen and nitrogen makes oxygen and nitrogen monoxide makes nitrogen dioxide. Ammonia and carbon dioxide makes urea and purified water. And nitric acid made from nitrogen dioxide gas and purified water. And nitric acid made from sodium nitrate and sulfuric acid. We're going to use about half of these recipes, but I need to find the other thing. Yes, this is the one here. Farming 2, we also need to unlock because this gives us fertilizer. Hopefully that runs pretty fast because we're going to need it quickly here. In the meantime, though, we can take a look at the... Yeah, it runs pretty fast. We can take a look at the Helmod design that I've built. This one's a bit different than what we did before, which is why I built it ahead of time. Partially because I don't want to build all of them every time, but I did want to talk about it at least and get some, have some coverage of it. But the reason it's more complicated is because I have more than one output product here. I actually have 3 output products. And what I've done is I've said, okay, let's produce enough fertilizer to make keep one machine busy. Now, I don't know if this is all we're going to need or even if it's enough yet, but it is how much we're going to make for now. We can always upgrade this build later to double it or whatever we want to do. Also, I wanted to output some urea gas. Again, I just scaled it up to 1 machine output, or 1 machine full processing, whatever's left of that output. It's making 70. This needs 15, along with some compost, so we're going to have 55 surplus. Good farming finished. We needed that for the fertilizer. And then the ammonia gas is the 3rd output product, and we need 52.5 here. 1 machine will make 87.5, so we're just going to make 35 surplus. The carbon dioxide surplus is just a surplus. I'm making, let's keep going down here, and then the oxygen is surplus, and so is the saline water. We're doing the red metal catalyst, which is going to turn hydrogen and nitrogen into ammonia gas. And then in order to make the red metal catalyst, we need a small supply of iron and copper ores. We could belt those down. I will probably end up just carrying a stack or two of ore down to begin with, and then we could belt it down at some other time. 0.088 per second is a tiny amount, and we're not even going to need that much for a while yet. Because that goes into, obviously, this one, which goes into all three of them. So it's kind of a chain down. And then we need to make hydrogen. And because we also need some carbon dioxide, I chose to use this new recipe, water gas shift, which makes carbon dioxide and hydrogen from carbon monoxide and steam. And then I'm making the carbon monoxide from carbon and purified water. And then I'm making the nitrogen and oxygen from compressed air, and that's getting fed into, nitrogen's getting fed into here, oxygen's getting vented. And then we have, of course, some compressed air. I could do the Mark II ones of these. I could also do Mark IIs of a lot of these things, but I'm not bothering. And then, which is actually how we could somewhat easily double this. Not necessarily this one, but I could go up to, or is it double? Is the chemical plants double? Let's see. You are craft speed 1.75. 2. No, actually it's not. It's only a little bit more. Okay. Either way, we could just increase these to chemical plants 2. This would need to be a little bit faster, but it's only 0.5 more, so it's fine. This could be a Mark II. These could be Mark II liquefiers. I think we have those too. Yep. And they're also 1.5 to 2.25, so they're a little bit more of a scale up. So that's how we could scale this up too later if we need to. Same thing with this chemical plant. You could scale these up. Air filters are 1 to 1.5, so that would be okay. Might have to tweak the numbers just a little bit, but it would get us there. And then the hydro plant, which is getting us purified water. We have some. So we have 17.5 returning from this process, and we need 43.75. So we're going to make a little bit of purified water here, and then we'll have some saline water that we'll just have to dump. That's fine. Water coming in, of course, we're going to need to make some more water for steam processing, steam making, which means we'll also have to have fuel for these two processes, in addition to turning some charcoal into carbon. So we'll for this process here. So we'll need to have fertilizer, or compost rather, coming in, which we could make out of anything or borrow it from what we already have being made. We could do either. We have, of course, the copper and the iron ore we talked about. A bunch of steam, which is water, and that's 1-to-1 steam to water, so we're fine. And that's also just one. That's less than one boiler, because there's 60 water turned into steam in a boiler, and then some water, and then some fuel. So there's our plan for today. And the farming, of course, farming 2 gave us the fertilizer recipe. I can't believe I missed that. All right, so it got dark again, of course. I did make all these buildings, so we can get started on this plan. I should have pinned it like that. And then let's just kind of get started from the top. So we're going to want to make fertilizer, of course, and then we're going to want to have this making, whichever one this is, urea into there. We'll want to have this one making that into there. We'll also need this catalyst for this one, so I'll put it on the side of that. And then we can do this one, I guess, is the next one I want to do, because it goes into there. That's carbon dioxide. There's hydrogen there. This is carbon dioxide in. Yes, okay, so that goes in that direction. We also need to use that hydrogen for the other thing, though, for this one. So maybe this needs to be put down here someplace so that the hydrogen can connect over, and then that can go up. Then we have these, which we need 2 of these, making carbon monoxide. And those need to be fed into this somehow. I think we can just do maybe something like that. Get the Wally out of the way there. One of these making nitrogen. That goes into that, so we're going to have to crisscross these a little bit, maybe, because of this and that. Could go over here, but then I have other issues there, so maybe not. Let's do something like that. We'll see how that goes, how that works out. And then 3 of these, making compressed air. I'll put them way down here. We'll deal with them later. Maybe I won't put them way down there. Maybe we'll put them there. Because I ran out of room for right now. Did I miss one? No, I got it. I got it. I have to think of something better for this. One of these making purified water, and we'll have to vent that. Maybe like that. I have to vent this. I have a vent ready to go, and then one of these taking in the carbon to make these things. So what if this were over here? Connected directly like that. That gives me enough room to run the hydrogen across. So that would work out okay. Then this could come way, way down here. A little bit away still. And this one come way down here too. You've got to be fed back into the loop somehow down into here. You need to be moved down then. Ooh. Maybe over here. I got to watch out for that pipe there though. But maybe something like that would work. And then this can go into both of these somehow. And then this goes, it's got to come down some more again to here. That might just work. Let's see if we can get some connections connected and we can see how it works out. I need one boiler as well. I don't think I made one. Because it wasn't in the plan, so I didn't make it. There we go. And if I needed more boiled water... no, this still just does 60. It just does higher energy. So if we needed more, we just have to make more. But we don't need more, so we're not going to make more. Wait, just 1 steam? No, I need 2 steam. So I need to back you off a bit somehow. This might need to go over further. Out of the way. And if I did this something like that, that might work. You need carbon. You need... Or charcoal. Was there anything else that needed charcoal? No, just for the steam power and then the input from that. Okay, you're going to have to be connected up together. But also you need to connect up to this one coming down. Why don't we do a U-shaped loop here, and then we'll run up underground pipe from that one. You can go in here. Do I want space? I need space there because I need to connect those in. Okay. This doesn't need to be connected, so that's fine. You need to be connected to steam. Maybe something like that. I could potentially make that better. We can see about that. It's a long pipe, but it's not that long. This needs to connect up to there somehow. These two can connect together. Oxygen's going to need to be vented, but I could connect a vent directly to it. That would work out okay. Vent. There it is. I have one too many vents made, by the way. This one needs to be down here. I don't want to forget about it. That can be directly attached unless we need saline for something, which we might need saline for something, but it's not that much. It's like 5, so it's not that big of a deal. And then this can be connected up here somehow, even directly connected maybe. That might be able to be directly connected because this could come across and then drop down all the way down to here. That would work out well enough. Let's try that idea. Wait a minute. We need... No, that's fine. You can come somewhere in this neighborhood and then right into there. This water... I would like to move that up. That doesn't bode well for any of this. Wait. Actually... No, I need to have a space here because I might need to split some of this off. Remember, we made extra of the urea, so we need to be able to grab that for other reasons later. Maybe. I don't know if we do or not. 100%, but for now at least, I don't know. So this could connect maybe just via some pipes like this. This hydrogen needs to connect to that hydrogen. And hydrogen is 1-to-1, but I need to be able to vent something else, right? Oxygen and carbon dioxide. So when I run this carbon dioxide pipe here, I need to connect it to an overflow vent. I could just do straight pipes for that. So let's do a overflow. into a vent. Something like that. And then I need to also do an underflow from this into there. Can I make this better? Probably. I need to get... So from here, I need to be able to get... Can I go like that to there? That's not a great swing though. That's a bad swing. Yeah, that's not a good swing at all. Going a diagonal to a straight is not a good swing. But it also doesn't need to move that much. 0.875 carbon between the two, so that would be okay. This one's easier because this one could be just like that. That's fine. 1, 2. Yeah, I can't go here because it's too far away right now. What if? What if this was over here? That's still going to be a diagonal into there. Maybe I can't get away from that. Maybe I don't need to worry about it either. So we can put that back there. And then I still want to connect these in better, but could just be doing this for the steam. This water needs to connect into that, so this could just go here. Let's do it like this, a top-up valve like that, and one of these pipes here. Water into here. I'm using way too many pumps, way too many of these pumps, but it's okay because it doesn't really matter. Let's just put it there. I need to make one though. I don't need to use as many as I'm using, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't hurt, but I don't need to use them. We could bring carbon down this way. You need to go, or charcoal down this way. You need to go in there and in there. Actually, let's go over here one. Just because. That way I'm not grabbing off of a corner. You can go just direct into there. You can go direct into there. You need 0.5, which is fine. And you're going to need very little for that boiler. Okay. I think that's largely it. I don't know if I want this crammed close to the floor, though, here. Or maybe I do. No, let's push it over this way some, I think. And then I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. This still needs to have some sort of a grabber system. We will probably want to have a little bit of a buffer box here, actually, on this. One way or the other. Whether it's full ones or empty ones. We could do something like this. And then grab from here like this. Like this. And then a box right there. This will be empty frame thingies. Actually, I don't need to do that. Let's make a few of those things. Where are those at? Catalyst. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. That's 30. It's probably plenty. Power poles are going to be needed. There. Here. Up there for you. You down here will need one. There, and then down here someplace. That'll be fine. Over here someplace. Try that one, and then there. And then, of course, I need to connect this in to somewhere else. Everybody lit up? I'm missing one right there. That did it. Alright. So you can fire up. You can fire up. You need fuel, of course. This here, and you can come from this one. If I can sneak it through. I think I can. Just like this. Not as easy as I thought. Let's go with underground like that. There we go. That'll be fine. What else comes into this? Just the fertilizer. So for fertilizer, compost, we could use the compost we're using up here for something else. This one. We're turning brown algae into compost. We can also compost dang near anything else. And really, it just basically boils down to what do you want to compost? What's nearby? What do you have extra of? Let's see, crafting that. We can craft it out of basically everything. Oh, it's recycle. Never mind. We're not recycling. We're making a little bit of it from here. Here, but we're composting it down to nothing. We could take that, but it's not going to give us that much. We're going to probably need a more consistent supply than that. Same. Green or brown algae would do it. Or any color algae, really. Wood would do it. Cellulose, fiber, we have some of that here. I don't know if we're making too much or enough here or not, but that's one thing. It's another thing we can compost. Compost gardens, we don't want to do that. Seeds, we're not really making a significant amount of seeds, so no. And then, of course, all the same with the plants. We could do those too, but again, we're not making that much of a surplus of those. And then, yeah, okay. So we're basically just whatever those things we want to do. Now we need 1.5. If I did something like this, which I'm making, how much am I getting out of that? Let's see, here and this one, I'm getting 30 items in 30 seconds. So 1 item per second. This machine has a 0.75, so I'm getting 0.75 items per second. If I wanted to turn that into compost, that's not the screen that I would do it on. I could. But it's 4 and 3 to 1. So that's not going to make enough. So I would need to get from something else. We could just bring some wood down here. We could bring some green or brown algae down here. I think honestly wood is fine because we have plenty of wood anyway, to the point where we actually could probably stand to use some, and I actually have an idea for how to control how we're using our trees for making wood. But actually let's set that up real quick. How much time do we have? We have time. I want this to not output trees whenever this box has too much in it. It holds 3.2K. Let's grab a thing here. Can I reach that far? No, of course not. Can I reach that far? No, of course not. That's fine. Let's go here and here and here and then there. And I want this to only be enabled when the wood is less than 3,000. Even less than that even. 3,000 is fine. So that it's far away, so maybe I want to make it less, but so that we stop allowing this thing to output trees onto this belt while there's still wood that needs to be, or wood that's backed up in this system. So let's bring, how am I going to bring this over here? Way down here, that would be fine, I suppose. Let me do one of these numbers. We'll come back along this way. And that should really be done like this, with these belts like that, and those ones like this, to conserve better. And then that's going to come all the way over here to the end, I think. I could sneak through here again, I suppose. I can make another red underground. Let's do that. Let's go... Let's go under this plastic, like that. And then again, I could do something better here. I so chose. And I so chose. Same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. I have a bunch of plastic in my inventory. Not the first time. Come on down here. I could actually just do this with those. I don't need to go all the way under everything. Come on down here. Okay. And then we can turn this here. And turn this here. And I want to turn this into compost. So let's get a composter going, which I also forgot to make. Uses a wooden box. It does. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Composter goes there, and then you needed 1.5, so a regular oriented arm is fine. But we could also do it like this, just to be extra safe. You can come down like this, you can do like that, and then we can put a power pole in right there. And that's even better. That'll compost that wood to make the fertilizer. Do we have the other stuff now? We do not have the other stuff. Oh, I need to make catalysts. I need to put the catalysts in here, and I need ore. You get a few of those, and let's go get some ore. I'll grab a stack or two, whatever I can get my hands on easily enough, of copper and iron each. That'll start up those catalysts. And I should have done this while I was halfway there already, but I forgot. And then we can make the things. Whatever's handy. Actually, I should have just done it this way. Oh, there isn't any left in there. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get like 200 if I can, reasonably. I'll let you think about it for a moment. Here. I don't want to take from this one, because this is evenly balanced, and yeah, I don't really want to take that. Pick up what we can. Looks like a weird color for some reason. Looks almost like the color of this stuff. Alright. Have those extra 2, and then I'll come over here and grab some more of this. Since we need even mounts, I want to have an even number of each. Or since we need, yeah, you know the words. And then we can feed those in. We'll just put it in a little box right now. Eventually, though, like I said, I would like to siphon off some iron and copper, maybe a half a belt of each, run it down and around. But it's an awful long belt for such a tiny amount that I think I'll just suffer and figure it out later when the thing fails that I need more. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. At least for a while. I might change my mind later, but at least for a while. You're going to need to have an arm in another box. Although I guess I could put it in there too. Just going to keep it separate for reasons. And then that should go. That should make this stuff. It should kick this off. There it is. It should kick this off, which is full, and then that'll kick this off, and that's also full. So that is fertilizer, urea, and ammonia. And we'll have to kind of figure out, or have to take a look at what comes next from those. Just kind of an interesting next step. And we'll take a look at that in the next episode, or start taking a look at that in the next episode. It's going to take still a couple more episodes to piece this whole thing together with the fish and the nitrogen and where that leads. But like I said, it leads to kind of an interesting place. So I'm excited to get there. But for now, we're going to leave this here, and we'll figure that part out in the next one. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.